What's up, fellow adventurers, and welcome back to Gatlin Games. I'm excited as I represent the channel here with my first logo shirt ever. Merry Christmas from Gatlin Games, Kingdom First Gaming, sharing Jesus through the art of video games. That's what we're about here, and I'm representing the channel with this first ever shirt. This is the first logo I've ever had on a shirt, on any YouTube channel for that matter, and I'm excited about it as we move forward with a new direction for the channel and as we press into 2026 and beyond. I would like to invite you to subscribe, click the bell, and like this video so you don't miss any future content. Just as Paul rejoiced in the work God was doing through others, according to Philippians 2:18, I invite you to rejoice with us, share your story, and encourage one another. To do so, simply join the Gatlin Alliance over on Discord, a space where you will find a group of gamers who come together for fun, fellowship, and sharing how God is moving in our lives through our gaming endeavors. All right, friends, so to start this off, we're moving in a new direction with the channel, and some of the things that we're going to focus on is some different MMORPGs. With the closure of one game generally means that other games will open up, possibilities and opportunities open up in different spaces. So we're going to be looking at some different MMORPGs, possibly some co-ops is what I'm going to be looking at through the rest of this year and into 2026. And I'm going to be making a video that's going to release in 2026 on the 1st of 2026, the New Year's video actually. And we're going to actually go into more detail about some of these games that I'm going to be looking at for 2026. Some of them are co-op, some of them are MMORPGs, but today I want to focus on a couple of MMORPGs, starting with this game known as Ashes of Creation. This game looks really, really good, and it's one to keep an eye on throughout 2026 and beyond. After all, it's in Alpha 2 right now, and I've been watching this game for several years. Development had started back in 2016 with a small indie team, and now it's grown to about 200 team members. It's not just a small indie game anymore. It's grown into a decent-sized project with a lot of potential. There is, however, no official release date yet because the developers want to make sure everything is working correctly. Alpha 1 ran for years, and now that they released Alpha 2 recently on Steam, you can purchase the game for $49.99. Keep in mind, the game isn't going to run perfectly for everyone. You need a pretty solid PC. My wife's computer can't handle it, so we're not even going to try it on her PC. Since it's still alpha, performance will vary, and you might have to mess around with some of the settings to get it crisp. You know, if you want that crisp, clean picture, that's something that I had to do when I first jumped in. As one project closes, another one tends to open. And it wasn't so long ago I was playing a game that's closed. And this game, it has the potential to take its place. It has the potential to be the next game, the next project, the next open door, if you will. So when it comes to gameplay, this reminds me a lot of New World in different ways, like with Professions, graphics cutting down the trees. However, when it comes to the UI, it reminds me of WoW, World of Warcraft. And then I've also seen reports, read somewhere or something, that some of the dungeon stuff is a little bit like the ESO vibe, Elder Scrolls. So it's taking pieces of games we know and blending them into something unique, something that's familiar, but yet still different. Right now, if you buy the game, you get access to the Alpha 2 server. You will also have access to the 2 beta servers when they release. And at some point, according to research that I've looked into, these servers will not stay open forever. They will be just temporary servers for testing phases. And then when the developers feel that the game is ready, they'll announce a proper release date. Players who get in now will get 30 days of game time, and after that, from what I understand, there may be a subscription. People are guessing around $15 a month, but that's not confirmed. So until the official release, it's just the one-time purchase. All in all, this is a game I'd say is worth keeping an eye on as we head into 2026. This next game, known as World of Warcraft, is on my list of games to look at for MMORPGs. The reason for that, well, first of all, we've discussed this game in a previous video, just briefly. And I spent years in this game, over 10 years playing this game. I know a lot about this game. However, I never looked at it from a biblical lens. So to be able to come back into this game with the mindset that I have now just changes the whole outlook of the game. It's like a refreshing of it. And to be able to build a guild and have friends and come together for fellowship and fun. One thing I remember from way back in the day was when I first got started with the Wrath of Lich King. That's when I started playing the game, was in Wrath of Lich King at the very beginning of that expansion. Other than the fact that I was like pre-vanilla with a Warcraft game that I really didn't get into, I'm just going to say, hey, yeah, I came in around Wrath of Lich King, and we'll just leave it at that. If we bring it full circle, the thing that I remember was the fun that we had when we got together in dungeons and raids, and we ran these raid events as a guild. We had fellowship, we had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and that's something that I've come to realize that that's one of the things that I really loved about WoW. And that's one of the things that was missing in the last few years that I was playing before I had walked away from the game. And it's not just fellowship. That's the kind of fellowship we were having, was just gamers fellowship. But I don't want to just stop there. I want to have fellowship and be able to talk about Christ and talk about our faith and just have conversation and just be real with each other in a way that is phenomenal and from a gamer's perspective. And so one of the reasons why I'm considering this game, and I started playing it again recently, is, for one, this is something that I can play with my daughter. Something that's easy enough for her to understand, perhaps even learn how to read. She doesn't know how to read. That's the difficult part. She's learning that in school. She's 6 years old. And this is something that I can use to help her read, right? To teach her and run quests with her and just have fun, create fun for my children. And this game is laid back enough for that particular thing. Is this a game that I'm going to play indefinitely? I don't know. You know? One thing I do know is this game has been around for a very long time. It's like the MMO that started all MMOs. So I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. And I could see the potential content that could be created around this, especially with the commentary that I make, the gospel first style commentary. We could definitely do that here. There are stories in this game that are parable-like. And, you know, although like every game that we come across, there's always going to be something that's skewed or not quite right. And we'll talk about that when we get to it. Overall, this has potential not only to be content on the channel, but just overall to have fun, fellowship, come together in a guild with a group of people, and play with my wife and my daughter. As much as I would love to play Ashes of Creation with my family, my wife's computer can't handle that game at this time, as I said before. This game, however, she can download it and play it. So that's why it's my number 2 on my list. Star Wars: The Old Republic is one of my friend's all-time favorites. He's like big into Star Wars, and it's one of mine as well. I like Star Wars, and I recently tried out this game, made a character over here, and started playing Star Wars just a little bit, not too heavily, but it's a possible MMO to look at in the future, possibly in 26 and beyond, as a game to have a guild and a group. And so this is an MMORPG that's on my radar. I know it's a little bit of an older game. It's a classic, a lot like WoW is. The game plays a lot like World of Warcraft in many ways with the way the game is set up, but at the same time it's also different. You know, the lightsabers and all that stuff. It's a different game altogether. Coming in 4th place is Throne and Liberty. This game here has the potential to share the gospel through the stories within the game. However, it also has the opportunity to come together in a guild or a company and just share fun, fellowship, and have friendships with others who's playing this game. And it has a lot of potential for that in 2026 and beyond. Now, I have a list of games from RPGs to MMOs and beyond of games that I could play with obstacles that present opportunity through the stories of the game to share the gospel and to come together in these MMOs for fun and fellowship and friendships with other players. You know, there's games like my daughter loves 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗏, okay? Not really my favorite game, but she loves 𝗂𝗂𝗏. Another game that I could think of is called Where Winds Meet, is a big MMO that just came out recently. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's one of my favorites, but a lot of people seem to like it. Personally, I don't think it's going to be my go-to. But I'm just saying, there's always something new coming out. And it's our responsibility to discern what's best for us as an individual player. And it's my responsibility to, you know, narrow down the best possible choices moving forward, because I only have so much time. All right, my friends, I'm excited about what we're going to be getting into in 2026. Make sure that you are watching for the video that's going to come out on the 1st of the year, so that you can see more depth behind some of the games that I'm looking at. And I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback down in the description. If there's any games that you love or that you're looking at, please share them with us. Share them with me here on this channel. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to get involved in any of them, but you never know. And if you want to join us in any of the games that we're currently looking at or playing, or drop your thoughts on it, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. With that said, I want to give a quick shout out to my mother-in-law, who made this awesome shirt that I'm able to wear here and represent the channel on Christmas, around the Christmas season. So thank you. This is the time for sharing and caring and showing love, and, you know, about giving, not receiving. So I want to give a shout out, and I believe in, you know, giving credit where credit's due. So thank you. Much love you, Mom. I appreciate it. My wife has got a wonderful mom, and I'm glad that I could call her my mother-in-law. So that's really awesome. So again, thank you. And with that said, I want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As a quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe here to Gatlin Games, click the bell, and smash that like button to catch all future content. Then join our community over on Discord, a space where you'll find gamers coming together for fun, fellowship, and sharing how God is moving in our lives through gaming. And now, Discord's 2025 Checkpoint Recap. I want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you back here in the next grand adventure starting in 2026.